This call is now being recorded.
All right, Brent Porcio, TopVelocity.net. Got another great opportunity to talk to guys been through the program, had good success with it. Obviously, still working for more progress, but now in a season. So focusing probably obviously right now in season, but someone who's going to be in our 90 mile per hour club, which is cool. So love doing these little testimonials. So Trey, it's Kissack, right? That's how I say your last name.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. I mean, congratulations. I was lucky enough to have Prep Baseball Report actually just called me and asked me about you. So it's pretty cool. Also, when I have, scouting organizations, calling me asking who are these guys? Tell me more about them, So I know you're having success with your velocity. So, kind of to get started and everybody kind of know you, talk about before you came here, before you came to camp, what led you to searching for your needs and velocity. I mean, kind of talk about where you were and why you were looking for what you were looking for.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm a senior in high school now, and when I was a sophomore, I had started to pitch varsity, and I really enjoyed pitching, and I knew at a young age it was something I wanted to do in college. And the competitive nature in me wanted to throw the absolute hardest I could be to play, to go on to the highest level I could play. So me and my dad started to do some research for some velocity training, and we stumbled across your Top Velocity program, and I flew down there, and the results came immediately after.
Yeah, and your dad's talk about your dad too, because your dad's been a successful baseball coach, right?
Yeah, my dad is the baseball coach at my high school, and he's worked with me my whole life, and he's never been much of a pitching guy, so he wanted to get me to a pitching coach, and that's where Top Velocity and you came in and really helped me out.
Yeah. So did your dad first bring it to you, or did you bring it to him?
He first brought it to me. He's always kind of handled that department of looking for programs and stuff.
So what made you commit to it? So, I mean, not to jump too far ahead, but I mean, what made you want to come if your dad's showing you something? Or was there something in you that was like, yeah, I mean, I'll see what it's all about,
yeah, absolutely. I remember when he first brought it across me, I remember just looking on the website, the big add 10 miles an hour to your fastball is going to jump out to anybody trying to increase their velocity. And, you have all the examples and all the new 90 mile an hour club that you guys have there. And
yeah.
I wanted to be a part of that. Like I said, I've always wanted to throw the hardest I could, and I thought this would be a great place to start. And I got down there, and I was locked in right away.
Yeah, and then I remember you came into camp. I actually pulled your eval up when the prep baseball called me, and it said, I think you hit 84 in camp. Was that what we hit?
Down there?
Yeah.
Actually, I think we hit 86. I think I was 84, and I had one up to 86. But I was
okay, that was probably the top
85, yeah.
Okay. All right, so then you went through the camp, and what was your experience at camp?
It was a completely new approach to pitching, and it was just something very new and different to what I've been doing.
Just as far as what? Because of all the lifting or the drills or just biomechanics? What was
the whole aspect of adding lower body use was something very missing in my mechanics prior to going down there, and so all the med ball, triple extension, all that was a new concept to me. So it was adapting to the new idea of it and adjusting to that.
Cool. So when you took it home, did you start at it right away, or just something that took a while for you to get into, or how did that work?
It's something that probably took a week or two. But once I got going, I spent the entire spring and summer working on that. So it was something I got locked into after about a week.
How many cycles did you get through in the program?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Take a guess.
I don't even know if I could guess. I'd say
Sort of like the 8-week cycle. So you went through what?
yeah,
3 times or 2 times?
yeah. I'd say probably 2 or 3 times, and then because I ran into football too, and football kind of got in the way of that a little
Right,
bit,
kind of messed
so
up.
I had to
Yeah.
postpone
So
that.
it was kind of broken up.
Yeah, it was broken up. That's why it's hard to put a number on it.
So was there a tipping point where you started to have success with it? I mean, was there a point where it all started coming together, or was it just a gradual climb?
Immediately after coming down, I noticed about a couple mile an hour increase, and then as our spring season went done and developed to be over with, come the summer, I hit the highest jump. I think I gained six miles an hour, so in a very short period of time. So it came on rather quick.
Awesome. So what was the highest you had seen? I mean, what was the point where you broke 90?
I broke.
Where
I broke
you know, go ahead. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Yeah. What was the point where you saw the biggest gain, or where you hit 90 or broke 90? I forgot. You said the hardest you saw was what? Was the hardest speed you saw?
I hit 90. I've topped out at 90.
Okay. Well, when was that point? Like, when was that point that you saw that? Was that going into the spring season or what?
It was June 1st, so it would have been after our state, and summer ball would have just been starting to kick off. So, yeah,
cool.
I think it was around June 1st.
Was that a pretty cool moment, or something that you kind of saw? Did you do it a few times, or tell us about that moment?
It was incredible. It's every pitcher wants to dream of hitting 90, and when I hit it, it was a little bit of disbelief, and then I would go on to hit it again. And when I went to the thing in Milwaukee, and the realization that, like, hey, I got there, it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Were you able to show that to scouts when you went to showcases?
Yes, I went to, like I said, I went to Milwaukee, and I showed it there, and we made a video of I record the first bullpen where I first hit 90, and we sent it out to some schools to try to get recruited. So
cool. Do you actually have it showing? I don't even think I've seen that. Do you have it showing the speeds, or what did it show?
Yeah. My dad was just behind home plate with the radar gun filming, and it's on YouTube, I believe.
Okay. Well, you got to send me the link, because I want to add that to this.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll do that.
It's cool. So you'd say what? I mean, it sounded like you said 86 when you're here is your top end, so you probably went up 4. So you'd say 4 legitimately?
Oh yeah, 4 legitimate. 86 when I hit that down there, that was at that point, that was my top. I was probably 84, 85 was my max prior to there, and so I'd say anywhere from 5 to 6 increase.
No way. Okay, cool. So what do you feel, what would you credit to doing that? Like, what do you think was significant in all your training and your progress? What would you credit to that?
Using the lower half, the idea of shoulder to hip separation was absolutely huge for me. As I started to develop that, that's when I really started to notice the velocity increase. Like I said, triple extension was something completely new to me. I've always been a guy that never used my lower half. So just bringing that in alone absolutely made a huge difference.
What helped you really kind of implement that into your mechanics? Like, were there any specific drills that you felt like were pivotal in helping that in the program? Yeah,
the med ball ones were good ones. The one, I forget the names of them. You're on your knee and you extend off and up, followed by a throw.
Yeah, just those med ball throws, yeah.
Yep.
So they helped a lot?
Absolutely.
What about, how about the lifting? How did you adapt to the Olympic lifting?
The Olympic lifting was something that we had done at my high school, but not to the level of your program. So it was tough initially, just adapting to the weights and the repetitions. But once you get it down, it's just like it's something you get used to, and something that you almost want to get up and do because you know it's going to help you out.
Yeah, I mean, you were already a pretty strong guy coming down. Do you feel like you gained any power from that form of training?
Yes, absolutely.
It's cool. So, yeah, I mean, that's awesome, man. I think we got a good understanding of your progress and your experience with the program. And I mean, one last thing, like, what would you say to someone who's kind of in your shoes, just like you were when you were looking for something to help you gain speed going into your senior year? You know, if you, the dream of getting to 90, what would you say to someone who's maybe on that or in that same place and you know, maybe even considering this program? What would you say to them?
It'll absolutely revolutionize your pitching. It's something so new, and yet you don't know why, because it works. It should have been thought of so long ago, but you know, a lot of coaches don't teach you these things that I feel like they should be basic. You know, they work that well. So I say it's absolutely crucial if you want to gain the velocity that you're trying to gain.
No, that's great, man. Really well said. I appreciate that. That's awesome, man. Yeah, it would be awesome if this became conventional wisdom, right? It would make more sense, huh?
Absolutely.
Well, cool. I appreciate it, Trey. Well, look, send me that video of you in your bullpen hitting 90, and then I'm going to also see if you got any pictures of you so I can put all this up. But hey, let's end the interview and hold on the phone. We'll keep talking. Hold on a second. Hey, let's end the interview and hold on the